So I'm going to show you guys today our pumpkin pinch pots. You're going to have a piece of clay about this size, and you notice that the pinch pot is larger than the lid. So that means our lid is not going to need as much clay. So all you do is you just pinch off a little bit of clay for your lid, put that aside for later. Now also looking, you're going to have a little cup. This is called slip, and this is used to attach things to attach clay to itself, okay? So we'll look at that in a minute. We've got some tools for writing our name or drawing designs. So with the rest of your clay, the big piece, you're just going to squish it up in your hands and then make it as round as you can that way. Then you roll it into a ball. Try not to overwork it at this part. If you keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, then you're going to end up drying out your clay, because that's the moisture inside the clay is what keeps it pliable. That's how we can work with it. If you keep rolling it, your hands are going to take all the moisture out of the clay, and then it's just going to get all cracked. So now you take your thumb, you roll it into a ball, give it a thumbs up. Once you've got it good, you put your thumb in, and you're using your other hand to push. So this hand right here pushes the clay onto the thumb. This thumb doesn't get all wiggly. You keep it straight and strong. Push it in almost to the other side. Do not let your thumb poke out the other side. Your clay should be able to stay on your thumb like this. Now, on your hand right here, your fingers, this is the part where you're going to pinch. So you use this part of your hand to pinch against your thumb. Pinch, and this hand is the one turning. So you pinch and turn. Pinch and turn. Now if you start getting cracks, all you have to do is get your little fingertip, just a dip, and smooth out your cracks. Now, is that big enough for 2 fingers yet? So let's see if I can put both thumbs in there. Pinch and turn, pinch and turn. Both hands working together. See how I'm not pinching it like this, pinching it like this. So you pinch, and I even have my hands reaching around the bottom to make sure I don't have a fat bottom. We don't want to have that. It will be a waste of clay. So you see that I'm getting a few cracks, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more water. Once I get the edges thin enough, and I'll know they're thin enough if they're about the size of a stack of 3/4. That's about 75 cents. Think about that. If you go into the concession stand and you've got 75 cents, think about how thick that would be. It should be the same thickness all the way around. Okay, so once you've got your pinch pot done, then you can tap the bottom a little bit to make sure it stands up and it's not going to roll around. So you just tap, tap, tap. So let's revisit our steps. We took off a chunk first, then on the other, put it to the side, roll it into a ball, give it a thumbs up, thumb goes into the ball, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. Then when it's big enough, you put both your thumbs in there to pinch and turn. Then you're going to tap, tap, tap on the bottom, making sure it's a round circle. Now you can go back to your first piece, roll it into a ball. Your piece from earlier. And we're going to have to turn this into a lid. So what you do now is you just kind of squish it out. Uh-oh, got a crack there. Going to rub it back together. Alright, so I'm pinching. Kind of want to make it a little bit round. It's a little bit dried out because it was sitting over there by itself for a while, so I might have to add a little more water.
That's a lot.
Okay, so it's almost, oh, there we go. It's just almost big enough. I need to just squeeze it a little more in a few places. Try to make sure it matches up. All right, now for my stem, now that I have it big enough, I need to make my stem. And the way I'm going to do this is pinching like this. So I'm just going to pinch, and I'm going to pinch again, and it should make a little squarish stem. See how I did that? Now, my stem that I made yesterday on my example, I made it kind of turn a little bit, kind of bend. It's up to you how you do that. I also had a little bit of extra clay, and I made a little leaf and attached it. So let's see if I can get a little bit of extra clay. If your lid ends up being so big, you might pinch some of that clay off of the lid. So here I've got a little bit of extra clay. I'm going to make a little leaf shape. Let's see. Think about a leaf shape. And I want to attach it right here. So what I have to do now is called score and slip. So when you score, you make lots of little scratches. So scratch, 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 scratch. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. You just scratch, scratch, scratch. Lots of little scratches. And then on my leaf, I need to scratch it too because it's going to be like Velcro. Now all I got to do is put a little bit of this slip on there. That's like our glue. Kind of put some of that in there. And then attach it. Smooth it on there in a spot. Now I'm ready to add my designs. Think about how a pumpkin, how it kind of curves, has those bumps that go in. So I'm going to use one of these tools to push my lines in there. Alright. And I'm going to use this tool to maybe add some designs. You can choose to decorate your pumpkin however you want. That is your choice. If you want to add a little vine line. Now, the one I made at home, I made this little coil and attached it, but today it's kind of breaking off, so you might not be able to do that very well. Okay. Make sure you write your name on the bottom. Your name on the bottom, and then on your lid, take your lid off, write your initials on your lid. Then, when you're done, put your tools back where they belong. Put your pinch pot on the tray where it came from. Put your napkin in the trash. Then you may wipe off your hands with a baby wipe, and then you will dip your hands in the bucket whenever I line you up, okay?